This is the Crimson Thorn, the newest, most expensive plant in the game. And today I'm going to be getting every mutation on it to see if it's actually the new best plant in the game. And here we are. We might as well go ahead and get started. So let's plant this pupper down. Then let's go ahead and place one of each sprinklers down, which includes a basic, advanced, godly, grandmaster, and finally a master sprinkler. And now before I hit a grow wall, let's go ahead and get all my mooncats out. And then this might seem weird, but let's also go ahead and place a few sugar apple seeds down. 4 of those should be enough too. And now with that out of the way, we can go ahead and hit the grow wall. And I wonder how the seed will look like. Yo, nah, wait. Them being this big with no mooncats is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna wait for our mooncats abilities to go off, which they're about to go off. And since we got some pancake stacks here, they'll be attracted to them. Yup, look at how much mooncats we got here. So let's wait for all their abilities to go off. And there they go. Let's go ahead and pick up all the crimson thorns. And I forgot one. Pick that one up. And then come on, I quickly need to hit a grow wall before they wake up. And come on, how big will they be? Oh, nah, I just broke the game. Bro, what is even going on? Okay, nah, this seed is actually crazy. And bro, look at that, even glows. Okay, and I wouldn't normally do this, but let's actually go ahead and get our magnifying glass out to see which one the biggest one is. 90 million base? Nah. 104 million? 80 million? That one's kind of mid. 90 million. Okay, so this one is the biggest one by far. 100 million base price. Let's go ahead and favorite that one. And there should still be one more. Yes, all the way in the back. And that one's at 88 million base price. Okay, yeah, well, I think we got a pretty clear winner. Crazy how we literally got that first try too. With that being said, let's go ahead and pick up all the other crimson thorns. And ooh, wait, we didn't inspect this one. 62 million. Okay, that one's kind of mid. We also got a default one by rainbow, but that one really doesn't matter. Also, let's go ahead and trouble this thing out of the sprinklers, or else a bunch more like massive ones are gonna grow. Anyways, now that we got our crimson thorn though, let's go ahead and pick up all of our mooncats. Then let's go ahead and get our mega queen bee out along with our butterfly. And doing it this way will save me like almost 15 minutes, because instead of having to wait 30 minutes for the butterfly's ability to go off, the queen bee will just refresh it in 16 minutes. With that being said, to actually be able to turn this thing rainbow, it needs 5 mutations. So let's go ahead and start applying the sprays. So we got a windstruck one, wet, cloud touched, and then wait. I really don't want to use verdant, burnt, or fried mutation sprays because those are kind of rare. So I'm gonna just go ahead and buy a chocolate mutation spray. And yo, nah, wait, they removed the shocked mutation. Oh, that's not good. That's gonna make getting that mutation super hard. Oh well, I'll figure that out later. For now, let's go ahead and get our chocolate spray out, applied onto the crimson thorn. And then I just remembered we also have a honey glaze sprinkler, so we can just go ahead and use that to get the last mutation. And there we go. All we got to do now is wait for the queen bee to do her thing. Okay, and there we go. After a bit of waiting, this thing is now rainbow. So we can go ahead and trowel it back to the star collar. Then let's apply another chocolate mutation spray to it. Then let's also go ahead and apply an amber, cloud touched. And I'm actually going to hold off for the rest of the mutation sprays. And now before I do anything else, I actually went ahead and joined in on my alt account because I have a kitsune on that. So that'll hopefully get us chakra or foxfire chakra. And since it is rainbow and it maxed out, we only gotta wait 15 minutes for that. Also, I was just checking my alt and I do have a shocked mutation spray on that, so I am gonna go ahead and use it on the crimson thorn. And I would normally use another one like on a carrot or something so that I can use my Raiju to get static on it too, but given the fact that you can't get shocked mutation sprays anymore, I ain't gonna be doing that. Ooh, and then we got solar eclipse. That's actually perfect. Anyways, we should probably go ahead and get started with the pet mutation. And we're actually going to go ahead and start off with our apple gazelles, because if we check out their abilities, they have a 2% chance to apply the warp mutation to a random fruit in your garden when harvesting sugar apples, which is why I kind of placed all these sugar apples down earlier, you know? So let's go ahead and pick a few up. And how much will it take? Wait a minute. Don't tell me I'm not gonna have enough. Ooh, wait, we got eclipse on that one. Let's save that one. And bruh, we really didn't get it. That's crazy. Okay, well, I guess we'll try again in a bit. Let's go ahead and pick them up. And let's actually start with the guaranteed mutations. So we got our swan. Then we also got our phoenix, our lemon lion, queen bee, golden goose. Then we got our bear bee. And last but not least, we got our 2 corrupted kitsunes. Our corrupted kitsunes will get us corrupt chakra. Our golden goose will get us fortune. We'll get flaming from our phoenix, graceful from our swan, pollinated from our queen bee, honey glazed from our bear bee, and last but not least, fortune from our shocked golden goosey boy. So now we just gotta wait for their abilities to go off. And I also got a bit of a trick up my sleeve, which I'll show off here in a bit. Okay, and here we go. Our lemon lion's ability is about to go off, and he applied it to a sugar apple, which is a bit unfortunate, but we got it now. So we can go ahead and pick him up. And bro, what are the chances of that? We got a thunderstorm now? Like what? I literally just used one of my shocked mutation sprays, so that's crazy. Anyways, we only got a minute till our phoenix's ability goes off. And ooh, wait, our swan's ability already went off? I did not know their abilities had that short of a cooldown. Let's go ahead and pick up our swan. And now let's go ahead and place down 2 pterodactyls so that we can get tempestuous. And now while we're waiting for our phoenix's ability to go off, I want to let you know that we're getting super close to 100,000 subscribers. And after we hit it, you'll never be able to say you were OG again. So if you want to be OG and you want to help your boy out, make sure to subscribe. Thanks again. And come on, Phoenix, do your thing. Yes, sir. Look at that. We got scorched on a bunch of different things. Or flaming, my bad. We can go ahead and pick the Phoenix up now. And now let's start placing our lobster thermidors down. So we got a corrupted one. And then we also got a tranquil one. Oh, and bruh, we've already maxed out our pet equip slots. Okay, I'll place this guy down next. But if you didn't know, what the lobster thermidors do is every 14 minutes they have a 20% chance a nearby fruit becomes molten, and then every 30 minutes they have a 10% chance a nearby fruit becomes meteoric, and then every 24 minutes they also have a chance to turn a fruit corrupted. And then the tranquil one is like obviously the complete opposite of that. It gives fruit a chance to become tranquil instead of corrupted. Okay, and after a few more minutes of waiting, our rainbow kitsune is about to do its thing. Come on, please. Foxfire chakra. Normal chakra, I guess that's all right. Also, bonus points to him for actually stealing the big crimson thorn. So now we just gotta wait 3 minutes to let our shocked golden goose to do his thing, and then we'll have another pet equip slot. Okay, and there goes our golden goose. Nice, you can't see it, but he did lay a golden egg. So we can go ahead and pick that silly goose up, stuff him in the bag, and then let's replace him with our aromatic griffin. And what this guy will do is every 15 minutes he flaunts his wings and releases a cyclone. Pet struck have a cooldown advanced by 67 seconds, and then fruit struck have a 10% chance to get the cyclonic mutation. And then he also has a chance to apply the aromatic mutation, so that's nice. Also, I just realized, do we have a tanning mirror? We do not. Let's go ahead and recall wrench over here, and then let's buy that pupper up. And bruh, 219 Robux for a tanning mirror is crazy. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's go ahead and place it down. And our queen bee's ability just went off, so we got pollinated. And then to top it all off, our pterodactyl's abilities are also about to go off. And yes, Windstroke can twist it to the golden egg. That's actually perfect. So now that golden egg has fortune and tempestuous, meaning we can go ahead and pick up both of our pterodactyls. And now to make the most of our queen bee's ability, I'm gonna go ahead and place a peach wasp down, just because its cooldown for getting the plasma mutation is like super long. So doing it this way will like instantly refresh it within a minute, since that's when the queen bee's refresh ability goes off. Okay, and here we go. Georgie's ability is about to go off. It should refresh the peach wasp ability. Yes, sir, peach pollinator. And we should be getting plasma any second now. Yes, sir. So we can now go ahead and pick up our mega queen bee along with our peach wasp. And now that we once again have an extra 3 pet equip slots, I think it's time to try to get warped again. So let's place our apple gazelles down, and I'm feeling it. Look at this. First try. First try. First try, bruh. How am I actually not getting this thing? Like, I'm getting ripped off. You know what? We're gonna place our last 3 sugar apple seeds down and hit another grow wall. Like, I'm getting this warp mutation. Bro, and why am I actually not getting it? Okay, nah, that's crazy. We've harvested like, what, probably 100 sugar apples at this point? Okay, and yeah, we're gonna have to wait, I guess. Let's go ahead and pick up our apple gazelles, and I'm low-key just gonna wait till the end to do that. Like, I'm low-key about to crash out on them at this point. Ooh, wait. Nice. We just got corrupted chakra, though, so we can pick up our corrupted kitsunes. And now I actually need to go ahead and place our swan back down, just because I accidentally picked up the graceful sugar apple. Then let's also place down our corrupted griffin, though, and he does the same thing as the other griffin. He's just corrupted, obviously. Next, let's place down our tranquil lobster thermidor. Same deal with this guy. And finally, our space squirrel. And I'm pretty sure this guy gets his void touched. Yes, every 17 minutes, he has a 15% chance to apply the void touched mutation. So not too shabby, actually. And then we do still have one extra pet equip slot. So for that, I'm gonna go ahead and place down our spaghetti sloth. Because since this guy needs to apply pasta, sauce, and then meatballs to get us the spaghetti mutation, it's probably gonna take him a while. And at this point, it's honestly just a waiting game, since it's gonna be a while before any of our pets' abilities go off, except for the aromatic bear bee. And since getting aromatic is like really hard, I'm actually gonna go ahead and help our bear bee out with a toy. Come on, bear bee. Please, aromatic first try. Okay, so he's doing his honey glaze thing first, but he failed for the aromatic, bruh. I mean, on the bright side, at least we got the honey glazed mutation. And that reminds me, our aromatic griffin's ability is also about to go off. So if he can like get out of the way, that would be very helpful. Bruh, you guys need to like stop moving around so much. Okay, and there we go. We finally got him. And come on, Griffin, please lock in for me. Bruh. Wait, that was only his like cyclonic thing though. He hasn't done the aromatic thing. Oh, and bruh, I forgot about this kitsune. I was about to say, didn't we already get that? Anyway, as I was saying though, I kind of did expect for our corrupted griffin to fail. So at this point, since most of our pets' abilities like won't go off for like 20-30 minutes, I'm low-key just gonna give them like half an hour to an hour to do their thing, and then when I get back, we should hopefully have all the mutations we need. Before I dip though, our swan is about to do his thing. Yes sir, look at that. So we can go ahead and pick him up, and then let's replace him with a disco bee. And now I'll be back in like half an hour. Okay, and it's literally only been like 20 minutes, but I'm pretty sure we got loads of the mutations that we needed. So let's start checking out our plans. Okay, that's a good start. So we got cyclonic on our sugar apple already. Ooh, then we also got molten. That's also another pretty hard mutation to get. Ooh, then we also got void touched. That's also another really big one. And getting void touched means we can go ahead and pick up our space squirrel. And I don't know what it is, but our space squirrel has like a super high success rate. I've used it 4 times, and out of the 4 times, it's only failed once. Like, it's been getting the first try for some reason. I am not complaining though. Our space squirrel has been locked in the last several videos. Oh, and look at that. We also got harmonized chakra on this thing. And then getting a rain event right now is actually perfect, because that means we can pull out our kappa, and then this guy will convert the wet mutation from the rain into the bloodlet mutation. So that's what's up. With that being said, do we have any other mutations that I missed? It does not look like it, unfortunately. So from the pets we have down, we still need a spaghetti from our spaghetti sloth, tranquil, corrupted, meteoric, and then what else? I think aromatic, and that'll be it. Wait, what does this have? Oh, the sugar apple has aromatic. I spoke too soon. Wait, that's actually perfect. We can go ahead and pick up our aromatic griffin and then our aromatic bear bee, just because either way, we already got honey glaze from our bear bee, you know? And in their place, I'm actually gonna go ahead and place down our junk bots. So there's the first one, and then there's the second one. And these guys will just get us the oil mutation, which isn't like too crazy of a mutation. It's only a 15x if I'm not mistaken, but it is a mutation that we need, so we kind of gotta do it, you know? Oh man, and then our lobster thermidor just failed at meteoric. Wait, is our other lobster close to doing the meteoric ability? 3 minutes and then 14 minutes, and then 14 minutes minutes and then 19 minutes. Yeah, I really don't know. Our spaghetti sloth's ability is going off right now though, so that's good. Okay, so we got meatball. And wait, our spaghetti sloth's ability should have gone off like 2 or 3 times while we went to AFK the first time. So we should have some other like food mutations somewhere around here. Windstruck, that one's just normal. Drenched, eclipsed. Huh, what was he doing while we were gone the whole time? Oh wait, maybe he applied it to the thorns. Cyclonic, corrupt chakra, just a normal crimson thorn, drenched, and then I'm pretty sure there's like one more around here somewhere. Maybe not? Oh wait, what's up with the small one right there? Oh, that one has plasma. Huh. Wait, what was our spaghetti sloth doing the whole time then? Oh, here's the other mutation meatball. Man, that low-key kind of stinks. That's 2 meatballs, unfortunately. Ooh, wait. Our Disco Bee's ability is about to go off though. So I'm gonna help him out with a toy. And I was here during the admin abuse, so they stocked like loads of these. Look at these. We got 46. So I think we can afford to be generous, you know? What happened to our Disco Bee though? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Come on, please. First try. Come on, buddy. Nice! W clutch. We need to get some W Simons in the chat. Let's go ahead and pick him up though. And then we shall be replacing him with a chicken zombie. And then this will just get a zombified, of course, which everybody knows that. Ooh, and then wait. Jazzy's ability is about to go off. I wonder which ability that is though. It could either be the corrupted, meteoric, or molten one. Hopefully it's either the corrupted or meteoric one, because those are the only 2 mutations we're actually missing from her. Imagine it's the molten one. That would stink. Man, it was corrupted, but what did it matter? She failed either way, which is really unfortunate. On the bright side, our Kappa's ability is about to get us bloodlit. Look at this. I'm calling it. Come on, Climmy. Bloodlit, please. Bro, don't tell me that was his ability that just went off. Nah. What's the ripoff? Oh, wait. There was no plants within 20 studs of him. Well, that is unfortunate to say the least. Low key. Now that our sugar apples like fully grew again, let's go ahead and pick up our Kappa. And we will only have like a 2% chance of doing this since we do only have 1 pet equip slot left. But let's try to get the warped mutation again. Okay, and yeah, as much as I was really hoping we would get it, I kind of expected to not get it. Our Kappa's getting placed back down. With that being said, I think now, wait a minute, nah. I don't know how I just realized this, but look at that. The Crimson Thorn literally only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mutations counting Rainbow, and it's almost $1 trillion. What? Nah, wait, that's actually bananas. I can't even lie. Okay, but yeah, as I was saying, I think it's time for another little AFK sesh, especially given the fact that most of our pets have like a really low success rate. Like our corrupted griffin only has a 20% chance of getting us corrupted. Same with our lobster, it only has a 10% chance of getting us meteoric. And then our spaghetti sloth's ability has to go off like 3 times. So before I go AFK, I think I'm gonna be nice and give our junk bots a small toy and then a medium toy. So come over here, Colleen. You got a small toy and then a medium toy too. Imagine he gets us oil first try. Bruh. Okay, yeah, I'm going to AFK for another half hour. Okay, and it's been who knows how long at this point. I did kind of lose track of time, but I did give my pets enough time to hopefully get most of the mutations that they needed. And I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of like lost of which mutations I still need and don't. So I'm gonna do my little trick to move all the mutations onto the big Crimson Thorn. Oh wait, look at that though. We did get Tranquil and Pasta on that. Anyways, as I was saying though, let's go ahead and pick up all of our pets, stuff them into the bag, and now look at this. If we go ahead and search up a mimic octopus, we actually have a titanic rainbow mimic octopus that every 15 seconds he copies an ability from another pet. So I think you know where I'm going with this. If I place a Spinosaurus down, every 15 seconds he will literally copy the Spinosaurus's ability and then transfer mutations from all the sugar apples onto the favorited Crimson Thorn. So we'll literally only have to be waiting like a few minutes and then all the extra mutations should be transferred onto the big Crimson Thorn. And bro, nah, with just one ability, look at how much stuff it transferred. What? Wait, nah, I've usually only used the Spinosauruses plus normal mimics for this. This guy's actually busted. He literally transferred like 10 to 15 mutations at once. And bro, what's up with these thunderstorms? I would use the Raiju's ability, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm low-key scared of the Raiju eating the Crimson Thorn. And I've been doing this for like 2 hours superpowers at this point, so I really don't want to risk it. Because like imagine it just saved the $3 trillion Crimson Thorn. Like I would actually cry. Also, this Crimson Thorn is definitely one of, if not the best seeds in the game right now. Like I haven't even gotten anywhere near all the mutations on it, but look at it. Like it literally only has like 15 mutations and it's already worth 3 trillion. And they're low-key like the lower end mutations too. Bro, and nah, what happened to my garden? Wait, I think that's low-key like all the mutations though. Yeah, I think it literally is. Nah. No, yeah, it definitely is. Its ability literally only went off twice and we already transferred all the mutations. And now that we have a bunch of empty room, let's go ahead and place our apple gazelles back down, since like there's no shot we don't get the warped mutation this time around, right? So let's go ahead and start picking up sugar apples. How did we lucky harvest before getting the warped mutation? All right then, I guess this game really doesn't want to give me the warped mutation. Like that's actually crazy. I don't know how much sugar apples I'm gonna have to pick up to get this thing. Okay, yeah, no, I'm done. I'm guessing this thing is bugged. I've picked up hundreds of sugar apples at this point and still no warped mutation. Yeah, I'm done. Apple gazelles, bye-bye. Never using y'all again. I'm also gonna go ahead and reclaim all these sugar apples. Like that's actually crazy. Anyways, now that we still have 8 pet equip slots, it's time to get the bloom mutation. Or not the bloom mutation, the rot. And to actually get the rot, we need a bunch of mandrakes. So let's go ahead and plop as many of them as we have down. And yo, we have 8 of them? I thought we only had 7. Huh, that's fine with me. Then let's plant 3 mandrake seeds down, since that's honestly all we should need. And then if we check out the mandrake's ability, what they do is harvesting a mandrake crop gives you a 3.57% chance to apply the rot mutation to a random fruit in your garden. So since we have 8 of them, that's a total of like what? 32% chance? Yeah, 3 should be more than enough. Let's go ahead and watering can those puppers up a bunch. And then look, we're about to get a first try. Yes, sir. First try. Imagine we get another one. Bro, we're 2 for 3. Yeah, mandrakes are so much better than the apple gazelles. Okay, and after checking out the Crimson Thorn, we're still missing a bit of mutations. So we're still missing oil from our junk bots. Then we're also missing corrupted. So for that, I'm gonna go ahead and place down our corrupted griffin, our corrupted bird guy, and then our corrupted lobster thermidor. And then talking about lobster thermidors, we're also missing molten, since I accidentally picked up the sugar apple that had molten on it. So that's a bit unfortunate. Oh wait, no, actually, we're not missing molten. We have infernal on it, and then infernal is like a mix of a bunch of other mutations plus molten. Had to double check that real quick, you know? Anyways, then we're also missing fall, and for the fall mutation, we can actually just use our fall fountain. And this is like actually one of the coolest cosmetics, since it does give you a mutation. Let's go ahead and move it over though. There we go. So now we just have to wait a few minutes to get fall from that. And now we still have 3 pet equip slots. So for one of them, I'm gonna go ahead and place down our gnome. And I love how goofy this guy looks. Look at him. And then what this little derpy looking guy does is every 10 minutes he has a 1% chance to mutate a random fruit with a gnome mutation, and then he gains an additional 1% chance for every gnome cosmetic we have down. And we have like 20 to 30 gnomes down here, so getting that mutation shouldn't be too hard. Next, we also need moonlit, and for that we have our tanuki. And now we need ceramic, and to actually get ceramic we need to make clay first, which is wet, and then sandy. And then to get sandy, that's why we have our jackalopes. Anyways, to actually make the most of our jackalopes, let's go ahead and buy some carrots. And you'll see why I'm doing this here in a bit. Okay, our jackalope's ability is about to go off for the first time. So where is he? He's right over here. Let's place a few carrots down. And then will we get sandy on the carrots? Bruh. Sandy to Crimson Thorn, but failed. Okay, luckily he has a very short cooldown, so this shouldn't take too long to get. Oh, and look at that. We just got fall. Let's go. Anyways, our jackalope's ability is about to go down, so let's place a few carrots down around him. And come on, Sandy, please. Bruh. Okay, here we go. People do be saying 3rd time's the charm. The only problem is, never mind. Wait, I just realized, what am I doing? I can actually go ahead and pick up my jackalope and then Bring out my Titanic Rainbow Mimic Octopus. So then this way, we should be able to get the other mutations fairly easily. The only issue though, is I don't think he copies like the corrupted pet shards ability. So we will still have to wait for the corrupted mutation, unfortunately. Okay, he copied the Tanuki's ability though. Low can't even to copy the gnome's ability so that we can get gnomed. Hey, nice. And I guess all I had to do was ask nicely. Let's go. Let's go ahead and pick up our gnome. And then let's also actually go ahead and pick up our other pets. So like the griffin, since we only corrupted from him, and then the bird, and then lobster. So now he's forced to either copy the Tanuki's or Junkbot's ability. Mischief, no, we need him to get the moonlit mutation from the Tanuki, not mischief. Oil, but failed. Oh, and wait, that reminds me, we do still need glimmering from our luminous sprite. Ooh, and nice, there we go. We can go ahead and pick up our luminous sprite. And bro, nah, this mimic octopus is actually goated. We should literally be getting oil any second now. Yes, sir. That's the oil mutation. We can pick up our junk bots. So now we just need moonlit from our Tanuki. Ooh, and then also we can place our jackalope back down. And then now that I think about it, we also need bloom from our Spriggan. I'm gonna wait to place the Spriggan down though, which you'll once again see why here in a bit. Bruh, Sandy to carrot but failed. That reminds me, do I have a wet mutation? I do not. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull out my Kappa later. Okay, there we go. We finally got Sandy now though. So now let's actually go ahead and place down our Kappa real quick, pick up our Tanuki, just so he copies the Kappa's ability while he's over here. So he should poet onto this carrot. Yes, sir. So now we have clay, and then if we add a fried mutation spray plus the clay, we should have ceramic. Yes, sir. Let's go. So we can go ahead and pick up our Kappa and then plop down our Tanuki again. And as soon as we get moonlit from this guy, he's getting picked up. Shekels. Does it look like I want shekels? Okay, and wait, actually, since I'll probably have to wait a bit to get moonlit, in the meantime, let's actually go ahead and place down our Spriggan. Then let's pick up our Tanuki, and then let's place some carrots around the mimic octopus. So this should get us bloom pretty much guaranteed. Yup, look at that. 10? Nah, he like mutated everything with bloom. And how did it reach all the way over here? That's crazy, I can't even lie. Anyways, that's our Spriggan's ability complete. So now the last two mutations that we need is corrupted and then moonlit. I'll get the moonlit one first. So let's plop our Tanuki down, and then we just gotta wait for him to get us moonlit. Ooh, and nice. It happened so fast I didn't like fully read the message, but I saw that the mimic octopus mimicked the ability and then mutated the crimson thorn with something, meaning we can go ahead and pick our Tanuki up. Same with our rainbow mimic octopus. And now, unless I'm not mistaken, the only thing that we're missing is corrupted from our pets. So let's place our corrupted griffin down, our corrupted lobster, and then last but not least, our corrupted birdman, which I still have no idea how to pronounce his name after who knows how long ago he came out. But yeah, with that being said, all we gotta do now is wait to get corrupted. Okay, and that literally ended up taking like 2 hours, but we finally got corrupted on it. So now we just gotta use our Titanic Mimic Octopus to transfer everything over again, and apparently it just disappeared. Anyways, here goes nothing. I wanna sell this. Pretty much exactly $5 trillion. Yeah, I can honestly pretty confidently say that this is definitely one of the best seeds in the game currently. Also, make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100K.